Good day, everybody. This is Michael Levitas from JurisQ.com, and I bring you back Steven Yuniver, an attorney with Sinayskaya Yuniver. It's a commercial real estate firm doing all types of law to protect the buyers and sellers of real estate, landlord, tenant, and Steven is our go-to person for these kind of topics in commercial real estate. Steven, welcome back. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you, Michael. Good afternoon. I hope everything's well with you.
Yes, very good. Thank you. I am well because you're here to educate us on many aspects. Look, buying or leasing real estate, especially commercial real estate, it's a big investment. So you want to make sure your rights are protected. So I'm glad we're able to educate people on it. And today I want to talk about the great state of Delaware. There's a big myth out there. You hear it all the time. We have to incorporate in Delaware. Delaware is the place to be. Now, is this, Steven, some kind of an urban myth, or is there some truth to it that you have to incorporate in Delaware?
So Delaware is a fantastic state for corporate compliance and corporate protection.
Okay.
They protect your name, they protect which companies you own. But for real estate and stuff like that, it definitely is a myth that you have to do it in Delaware. If you have a startup company, a tech company that you're looking for outside investment, I actually do recommend Delaware because of their corporate protection and their litigation statutes for companies and C Corps especially. But like I said, at every other hearing, every other meeting that we had, always do this in conjunction with your lawyer and accountant.
Absolutely.
Doing this by yourself and just opening up a company in Delaware. I have clients come here all the time. They open up a company in Delaware. I have a Delaware company. I'm like, well, you're going to be practicing in New York. We're going to have to open you up in New York too. Here's another bill for $1,000.
Exactly.
You have to open up a company.
Exactly, Steven. Not only there could be an extra legal cost, there's also extra accounting cost because now you have to file another tax return, right? In Delaware and New York.
Well, potentially there's another person that's familiar with tax law in Delaware, but also there's the filing fees in the state.
Right.
Because the state, you can't do anything without the state getting their filing fees. So if you are going to start practicing in New York and only in New York, but opening up a Delaware company, you're going to have to do something called domesticating a foreign company.
Right.
These are legal jumbo. And by doing so, you're going to have to open up a New York company, which is the Delaware company, mix it all up and give your accountant a headache while costing you extra money.
So basically what you're saying, unless you are opening a tech company or some kind of company that does business all over US, that's going to go public at some point. I mean, look, we all want to go public at some point, maybe. But if you are investing in a piece of real estate, commercial, residential in New York State, there's no real need, right? For
well, if you're going to be investing, in real estate 100%, there's no, I would say in certain situations, 100%, there's no need to open up a Delaware company. You will have to open up a New York company at the end of the day. Banks won't lend to you. You won't be able to refinance. Sometimes insurance companies. It's costing more headaches than you are getting positives. Now, I have and will in the future continuously recommend opening up in Delaware in certain situations.
Okay, like
and
what?
That requires an honest, open conversation with your attorney and accountant, what the company in the future. If you're going to get foreign assets, foreign investment, and what I mean by foreign, even in other states.
Okay.
If you're going to get people investing in your company, you might want to think about Delaware. And that's just ask the question. And if somebody is experienced enough to explain to you why Delaware is or is not at that moment necessary, that would be the best opportunity.
Interesting. Those are words of wisdom, Steven, that for somebody who is looking to get investors for a real estate project in New York, you definitely want to talk to an attorney as well as to an accountant. Because sometimes people, like you said, just go to an accountant and they open up these corporations without consulting with an attorney first, because there are so many considerations. And you and I talked about it all the time, and we will continue talking about it, how important it is before you commit to a project or sign a contract, open a company, you must talk to an attorney. An attorney like that, of course, is Steven Yuniver of Sinayskaya Yuniver. And today, Steven, you and I are just talking generally. We're not giving any specific legal advice, especially I'm not, neither are you. We are educating the people and making light, shedding light of issues that are affecting investors. If you want specific advice, you must turn to an attorney. You could turn to Steven Yuniver. The phone number is on the bottom of the screen. Thank you so much. And Steven, I'm going to bring you back in our next session in conjunction with talking about investing in real estate or any other type of small to medium business in New York. A lot of times people do business with friends and family. And that could get dicey, right, Steven? In your experience, you've seen it.
It's definitely dicey, especially when you're talking about real estate, when you can't really just cut the house in the middle.
Exactly.
There's a lot of things to do there.
Absolutely. So we're going to have a whole session on pitfalls to avoid and things to consider when doing business with friends and family. Stay tuned until next session. Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care.